It's Tammy Petruccelli from Pike Creek Reiki and Healing Arts Center and TammyPetruccelli.com. How are you today? Boy, my camera is not showing me the way I need to be. Let's see. Okay. You know what? It is 76 degrees and gorgeous, sunny, beautiful, pale light breeze here in Newark, Delaware, the eastern coast. There we go. But 2 nights ago we had a freeze warning for evening. Sunday we had tornado watch. Is this weather just crazy or what? I know why it's crazy right now. You know what we got tomorrow night? We've got the full moon. So technically, it'll be at its fullest Thursday morning at 12:37 a.m. in the Northeast. So you can check the sunrise or the moon rising and the full moon in your area. But Wednesday night, as the moon starts to come up, take a look. It's going to be beautiful. It's called the pink moon, but it actually should look a little golden. The reason it's called the pink moon, believe it or not, is because of the creeping phlox in the Northeast that is a beautiful pink flowery ground cover. And I guess it's supposed to be blooming now. It's not blooming in my backyard, and I have pink phlox, but other things are blooming. So it's also called the paschal moon. The paschal moon is the first full moon of spring. So isn't that interesting that we refer to this time in the Christian religions as Paschal, Easter, celebrated the first Sunday after the Paschal full moon. Interesting that they wait for the full moon. So all of those of you who, are looking at the different spiritual celebrations during this time. Okay. So I'm going to give you real quick. It can also be called the breaking ice moon, the moon when the streams are again navigable. That's Algonquin and Dakota. The budding moon of plants and shrubs, Tinglet. The moon of red grass appearing, the Oglala. The moon when the ducks come back, Lakota. Moon when the geese lay eggs, Dakota. Frog moon, the Cree. And sucker moon, the Anishinaabe. And that is because of the suckerfish come back. So full moon, Wednesday night and Thursday night, I want you to release. Find a little celebration, drumming, meditation, and we're going to release what no longer serves us, what we no longer want in our lives. And the reason that we do this is to make space for manifestation, which now we have a couple weeks to release and bring in and manifest what it is in our lives that we need. Okay. All right. So there's your full moon education today. And I want to talk to Anne in Galway. Hello, Anne. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I have friends in Galway and a wonderful healer and metaphysical worker named Dolores. My mind, Dolores, Dorothy, take one. No, Dolores in Galway. So when I think of her last name real quick, you can look her up. Anyway, Anne, what can I do for you? Do you have questions for me, or is there someone you would like for me to connect with for you on the other side?
No, honey, it's questions. I was hoping you could give me a relationship. I was hoping to ask about whether or not I had a future with the guy that I'm with.
Okay. I want to say that I feel like this is a semi-new relationship. You're looking at about 6 months?
No, we're actually together 14 years.
Well, that's not okay. Then something has changed in the last 6 months.
We've kind of been going through a bad patch.
Yes, exactly. And that's why it feels to me like a new relationship in the last 6 months. 14 years is a lot of time to put into a relationship. So I would have to feel like we need to look into why we're going through a bad time right now. I do feel like you will get past this. I do feel like it might get a little worse before it gets better, if that makes sense to you. Meaning there could be some more arguments or more discussions on whether or not to continue this relationship. But I do feel like if there is a break, it won't be the end, that you do have an opportunity to work through this. You guys are at a fork at the road right now. This is kind of a test into your relationship as to whether you're going to work these things out or you're going to separate. So this is a decision that you guys have to make, and you have to decide on whether or not you're going to make this work.
Kind of what I'm hoping is, can you see a timeline of when, like, there'll actually be a full commitment
I hate to
in
tell
a
you this.
relationship?
I hate to tell you this, but I feel like this is going to continue back and forth, up and down till September. What I do want to say, what I do want to, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Will we become more settled?
Yes, when you become more settled. That I feel like at this time, I want to say for you that right now, this time is not to push him and back him in a corner, but it's also not a time for you to just totally back down. Don't feel like, get run over. I feel like you need to say your piece, but say it calmly. I feel like he is feeling kind of backed in a corner. Which means that when he feels this way, he's going to tend to push back. And in order to have him think clearly and logically, that you are going to have to state your case, state it honestly, don't back down and give in to everything, but just say, no, this is what I need. This is how I feel, and I hope that you will understand me, and then let him think about it. Because I'm sorry.
The issue is that we're together like so long, and there's no actual engagement. We're not engaged, or there's no talk of marriage or anything like that. And I'm just wondering, is that going to come?
Well, this is what I'm saying. You're at a fork now, but by pushing him, I want you to push him in the right way, not like what we consider nagging or it's this or that. But this is what I'm saying. You need to tell him exactly what it is that you need and that you want out of this relationship, and tell him nicely, matter of fact, and then back up. Let him think about it and make a decision. So if marriage is what you want and what you need to be happy, then you need to state that, but not in a, you'd better marry me or else I'm out of here. Do you understand? And not, and not listening to him say, well, I don't know, I'm not ready for that. Okay, I understand that you're not ready for that. Does that mean you're not ever going to do that? Or does that mean, we can make plans, but let's put them in the future? Because if he can't make a decision after 14 years, that is a decision. And that is a decision.
But ultimately, will we get there?
You can, but it has to be handled correct way. When I say you're at a fork of the road, what that means is it can go either way, and that it will be settled by September. So whether you break up by September or you make decisions and stay together and get what you need out of this relationship by September. That's the way it is. And it's all going to depend on how the two of you work. A lot of times Spirit will say, this is definitely what is happening. And sometimes they will say, you still have to work on this. That decision has not been made. So thank you, Dave. Wonderful. He looked it up. And yes, Dolores' last name is Andrews. The last time I saw her was in Galway. And, I'm going to recommend and that you contact Dolores Andrews and let her help you for some future. I wish that I could say, yes, this is definite, or this either way. And the reason that I usually don't is because, like I said, this has to be your decision. It's not my job to tell you this, but it's my job to tell you how is best to proceed. All right. Thank you. I hope that was helpful. I know it wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear, but I wish you all to release for this full moon. Enjoy it. I'll see you right back here at moonstruck.tv, A1R Psychic Radio, and you can always find me at TammyPetruccelli.com. Bye.